it gives me great pleasure to formally welcome you here today to the union of Hayley and Fellows and Christopher John Pryor in these glorious surroundings here in the heart of Epping Forest. It means a great deal to the couple that you're all here today to share this incredibly special and joyous day in their lives. Now, despite being somebody who loves Disney films, Hayley never actually dreamed of a fairy tale wedding. She was adamant that a piece of paper didn't signify marriage and that the whole thing was a little bit unnecessary and not really for her. But the fact that we're here today and that Hayley began planning this wedding before they even got engaged shows that she just needed to meet that right person for her. And Chris is that person. She told me our wedding is about celebrating our love with our family and friends. But most importantly, it's about me wanting to thank Chris for being selfless, generous, kind, sensitive, and for loving me in a way that I've dreamed of being loved for a long time. He makes me proud every day with his outlook on life, his values and positivity, and I can't imagine him not being by my side every day for the rest of our lives. Won't make them closer or more in love. That's not why they're doing it, he told me. Nothing will change that. We want to show our commitment to the people that matter to us most, so they can see how united we are and that we want to be together forever. I'm so proud of her as well, and I've always wanted to show her off and say, this is my wife. Girlfriend and fiancé have such temporary connotations, he told me. But when I think of Hayley and when I'm with her, my feelings are anything but short-lived. It's a feeling of complete comfort and a certainty that this is how I always want to feel, and this is the person that I always want to be with. Christopher John Pryor.
I, Christopher John Pryor.
Give you, Hayley and Fellows.
Give you, Hayley and Fellows.
This ring.
This ring.
As a sign of our marriage.
As a sign of our marriage.
For today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow.
And all the days to come.
All the days to come.
I, Hayley and Fellows.
I, Hayley and Fellows.
Give you, Christopher John Pryor.
Give you, Christopher John Pryor.
This ring.
This ring.
As a sign of our marriage.
As a sign of our marriage.
For today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow.
And all the days to come.
And all the days to come.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank you all for coming. You'll get thanked a few more times. But I'd like to extend my personal thanks on behalf of me and my wife, who looks absolutely stunning. And I can't describe how I felt when I saw you walking down the aisle. It was breathtaking. Yeah. I was going to go for breathtaking and speechless, but we can, fill in the blanks. But so I'd like to extend our thanks to you all for coming today, and as you all saw in the ceremony, it was an incredibly personal thing that we tried to create, and I hadn't seen Hayley's vows or side of the story, and she hadn't seen mine, and that's exactly how we wanted it. We wanted to experience it along the same time as you guys did, and that's why it makes it even more special that you guys are here. And so here it is, the moment I get to talk about the most beautiful of brides. And the thing is, I always said to Hayley, and I did always say to her, I said, oh no, doing our wedding speech, talking about you would be the easiest thing in the world. How can it be difficult? I've got to stand in front of people that I love and I'm close to and talk about the woman that I love. And the hardest thing about it is just trying to do you justice, because I just don't want this moment to pass without you understanding how special you are to me. I think it was beautiful that the ceremony in some way did that because it was so personal, but I don't want those to be the only words that you hear today. You just look unbelievable. So thank you for turning up, looking stunning, and just being yourself. Since we met each other, I think our lives have got better and better. I think we always say we met at a perfect time for each other. We met at a time when I was a bit down in the dumps, lived in a ropey little flat, and there you were, you came along, and we were totally besotted by each other for the first 6 months. And it felt like it all kind of led up to this moment, and I was completely speechless, but it just felt like a moment that I'd waited a lifetime for, and I'll never replicate that, but in some ways I don't want to, because it was incredibly special at the time. I've had a million names for you in the times that we've been together. Wendy, Julio, H-Rex, Ratty. But my favourite name from this day on is wife. I love you. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you, to support you, to flourish with you, and to experience everything with you as a team.
Maybe we're supposed to meet the wrong people before meeting the right people, so that when we finally meet that right person, we know just how lucky we are. Maybe it's true that we don't know what we have until we lose it, but it's also true that we don't know what we've been missing until it arrives. Maybe the happiest people don't necessarily have the best of everything. They just make the most of everything when it comes their way. Maybe the best kind of love is when you can sit on the sofa watching TV together with just a glass of wine and then walk away thinking that was the best evening you've ever had. Maybe you shouldn't go for looks because they can be deceptive. You shouldn't go for... You shouldn't go for wealth because even that can fade away. Go for someone who makes you smile, because it only takes a smile to make a dark day seem bright. Maybe you should hope for enough happiness to make you sweet, enough trials to make you strong, enough sorrow to keep you human, and enough love and hope to make you happy. Maybe love is not about finding the right person. Maybe it's about learning to see an imperfect person perfect.